I'm going to help you lower your score. And to do that, you're going to have to spend $2,000. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to help you do it. I'm going to help you spend less. And I'm going to help you even get more than you would have if you spent that $2,000. I'm Matt, and this is the Bogey Depot. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1. We have a new format. Comment below. Let me know how you like it. Today we're going to talk about launch monitors where less is more. Do you need Mizuno blades? Or do you think you need Mizuno blades? A first look at the 2026 Odyssey putters already, and it's not even October. And should I be looking at one of those putters? Let's find out. Mizuno has two sub-brands. Those two sub-brands are the JPX Hot Metal and the Mizuno Pro. The JPX Hot Metal is more of a kind of a game improvement, but not really because they have a forged version. It's a really for a better player. It's more of just a multi-pieced club where the Pro Series is more of a forged club, even though the JPX has a forged iron, but it is a multi-piece forged iron. But so does the Pro line. So it's really confusing. They look significantly different. The Pro line looks a little more bladey. The JPX line has that hot metal look. They all are, a little bit more techie looking. Both are really nice sets of golf clubs. One of those versions is, like I said, the forged in the JPX line. But then there's the 245 in the Pro line, which is a multi-piece club too, and it's really confusing. But today we're going to talk about the S1. It's a true blade. It's got a small head. It's that little butter knife, really thin, good looking. This S1 has a nice leading edge on it that has been kind of ground down to help you get in the turf. And then it has some trail relief on the back edge of the sole to help you get out of the turf. This is definitely a club for better players. It has barely any offset, realistically no offset. So you're really going to have to be able to swing it. I would say that the bonus of a club like this, because a lot of you may be like, why would you even buy blades? Hell of a question. But one of the reasons is you can work the ball a little bit easier. You can cut it. You can draw it. You can hit it low. It's a little tough to hit it higher because they aren't high launching clubs, but you can just do more with a blade than you can a bigger cavity back or a game improvement iron. And the reason is those bigger irons are trying to keep side spin off, where a blade is allowing you to add side spin to it. So it just makes it more efficient and a lot easier to hit those little baby draws or a little cut into greens or, hit a little stinger or something like that. One other nice thing about blades, and kind of what Mizuno is known for, is their softness. These Mizuno Pros are really soft. This S1 is, I've not hit the S1. I've hit the S3. The S1 is brand new. I don't even think you can get it on shelves yet. It's just coming out right now. The S3 is buttery soft. It's kind of more of a muscly cavity back iron. It's a really cool little iron, made of the same materials as the S1, just a little bit bigger sole, a little bit more perimeter weighting. The S1 is a true blade. How will this perform next to a JPX? Kind of like I said, it's not going to launch as high. They're going to have more loft on them. So a 7 iron in this kind of club may have 34 degrees, where in a JPX Hot Metal, you may be looking at 29, 28, 27. So that JPX is going to be a lot hotter. You're going to hit the JPX way further. I hate when guys say, what iron are you hitting? 7 iron. How far do you hit it? Blah, blah, blah. I hit it further than you. Well, you're using clubs that have 4 degrees less loft than I do. Of course you hit it further. Let me grab your club and I'm going to hit it twice as far too. If you're playing blades, you don't get into that game. You understand that it's all about workability. I'm super excited for guys to play these. I'm super excited to play them myself. I currently play Mizuno 243s, which is kind of this S1 is replacing the 241. The next step up in the Mizuno line is a cavity back, which is the 243, which is what I play. Just an awesome club. Soft, unbelievably forgiving for a cavity back. It's almost surprising that it's a forged cavity back. It's that forgiving. But there's something new coming that's catching my eye that I'm going to talk about here at the end. Why are you all here? Well, you probably saw this. Launch monitors. That's what's going to save you money and save you strokes is launch monitors. And you're like, save me money? I'll get to that in a second. So why do you need a launch monitor? Well, a launch monitor is going to allow you to hit shots without flight. What does that mean, without flight? Without flight of the golf ball. You're going to be able to go into your garage, into your basement, out in the backyard, put up a net and hit balls into it. You're going to sit the launch monitor, depending on what kind of launch monitor, either in front of you or behind you, and it's going to show you the flight of the golf ball. What do you mean it's going to show me the flight of the golf ball? Well, if you have a projector up, it'll show you there. It'll show you on your phone. It's going to give you all the data too. It's going to give you spin rate, side spin, whether you launched it slightly right or slightly left, and how high it went and what your descent angle is, and more, for you guys, a lot of you out there are like, well, that's great. You trust me, you're going to get into those numbers once you get a launch monitor, because you're going to see how you swing the ball or how you swing the club and make contact with the ball, how that affects, how far the ball is going, because we all want to know how far the ball is going. And that's another one of the things about these things is you want to know how far you go. Don't tell me you hit your 7-iron between, 162 and 177. What are you talking about? How do you know what club to hit? You got to know my 7-iron goes 168 on average or whatever that number is. And these launch monitors will help you do that. There's two we're going to talk about today. I have experience with both of these and quite a few more. The first one is the Bushnell Launch Pro. For those of you out there that are into launch monitors, the GC3 is kind of the same thing. The Bushnell Launch Pro just doesn't have club data, but you can buy club data. So what does that mean? Well, any launch monitor is going to give you distance. It's going to give you height to the ball. It's going to give you side spin and back spin. And did you push it a little right? What degree right or what degree left? Did you push it or pull it? It's going to give you all that. What club head data will give you, which is what the GC3 or if you buy the $600 add-on of club data to the Bushnell Launch Pro, is it's going to give you club head speed. It's going to give you smash factor. It's going to give you club head path. It's going to give you angle of attack, some of those things, which some of you may find pretty interesting. I have had that on the Bushnell Launch Pro, and I don't find it to be that fantastic for $500 or $600, whatever the add-on is. It would be great to have, but I'm not going to pay $2,000 for a Bushnell Launch Pro and then pay another $500 or $600 to add this on. But that's not where the bad part of this is. You're required a $500 subscription. Unless you just want to see it on that little screen up in front of you, where you just want to see the numbers. If you actually want to see it on your phone and see the ball fly, they charge you $500 a year. That's ridiculous. So if you want to see anything except those numbers on that screen, they're going to charge you I know I'm saying a lot, but that's crazy. $500. Insane. I was one of those stupid people that spent $500 on a subscription. And then I came to my senses. Well, I just didn't come to my senses. One product that I had owned before has been upgraded exponential times over the last 2 or 3 years. And that's the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. The Rapsodo MLM2 Pro gives you the same data. It does the same thing. It costs $599 for everything. Now, you do have to buy a subscription there too. It's $100 a year. Or you can buy a lifetime subscription for $500, which is a steal in my mind. If you're going to carry this for 5 years, or even if you're not, that $500 for a lifetime is better than spending it one time in the Bushnell, for the Bushnell Launch Pro, to have that data. You have it all the time on the MLM2 Pro. You don't need the subscription. It gives you some basic data, but for $100 a year, $500 for lifetime, it's unbelievable. One thing that is a downside of this Rapsodo MLM2 Pro is, first, it goes behind you. The GC3/Launch Pro, it sits right in front of your ball. It's like you, the ball, and the monitor, which is awesome. And it only needs about 8 feet in front of you to shoot up to the screen, and it just sits 18 inches from the ball, maybe 2 feet from the ball. So it takes a lot less space up. The one thing that the Rapsodo, it requires it to have about 6 to 8 feet behind you and then 6 to 8 feet in front of your ball for the ball to fly into the net. So it adds that 6 to 8 feet behind you. It also requires what's called an RPT ball, which is made by Callaway and Titleist. They have little dots so the cameras on the Rapsodo can kind of pick that up so they can see the spin with their super slow motion cameras. There are some jigs out there you can buy, or I'm sure if you have a 3D printer, you could make one where you can color in on your ball. You can color those circles, the kind of pattern in. Or I know I have stickers. You can just slap some stickers on there that go around the ball that do the same thing, which is really, really nice. Some things that the MLM2 Pro does that the Bushnell doesn't do, with that $100, $99 a year subscription, you get 30,000 courses. You get like 6 with Bushnell. Now you can buy more. They cost you an extra $100. So this MLM2 Pro $100 subscription fee is fantastic. 30,000 courses. They're not perfect. By no means are they perfect. It's not a dead-on exact replica, but they're really good. If you're into that dead-on exact replica, you can go out and get GS Pro. You can get that for the MLM2 Pro, or you can go out and get that for the Bushnell or the GC3. It's awesome. It's, I think, $200 or $250 a year, and they are dead accurate courses, and they are unbelievable, and you can play any course you want in the world, damn near. That's awesome. But for the cost of your subscription, you get 30,000 courses. I popped my home course on the other day. It wasn't a perfect replica, but it's damn good. I remember when I bought this product 3 years ago, it was ridiculously horrible how they did the courses. They've invested a lot of money and a lot of time and added a lot of these things to this MLM2 Pro, and it's absolutely fantastic. Another feature it has, because it's camera-based and not, or because it's radar-based and sits behind you, it also has a super slow-mo camera on it that also helps it, where the Launch Pro just uses cameras. You would think you'd be able to see the impact with the Launch Pro of when you hit a shot. You can't. If you would like to do that, you will have to spend another $10,000 to buy the GC4. Yes, $10,000 more to buy the GC4. The GC4 has 4 cameras. It shows you where the impact on the face is. Guess what the Rapsodo does? It has a super slow-mo camera behind you, and you can play the video after you hit the shot and see exactly where the ball hit on the face. Now it's from behind, but your ball isn't that much smaller than your club head. It's pretty damn easy to see where it's at. What a great feature that doesn't cost more than $10,000. Another cool feature is it'll map your bag for you. It does this cool thing where it'll say, hit, 6 pitching wedges, hit 6, I can't remember if the number 6 or not, but hit 6 9-irons and 8 and then 7 and 6 and 5, and it will give you the average. So it'll tell you your distances. So you no longer have a 13-yard gap between, I hit my 7-iron between 166 and 175. No, it doesn't do that. It'll tell you on average, this is how far you hit it. And the more you use it, the more you're going to get it. It's going to get in tune to understanding how far you hit it. Then when somebody says, how far do you hit your 7-iron? You answer 169, because on average, that's what it goes, 169. You're not like, it's 161 to 177. Well, great. I have 3 clubs that can go in that distance because I understand how far they go from having these launch monitors. Really cool feature. Why would you not buy the MLM2 Pro? There's some other great options out there. I don't know. It's definitely the best. There's some other good ones that are almost as good, but Rapsodo is pouring money and R&D into this thing, and every couple months it gets better and better and gets an update, and it's just an unbelievable piece. And it's like, I should have brought it up here. It's like that wide and that high. It's awesome. It can take it anywhere. The GC3 / Bushnell Launch Pro is like bigger than my head. It's a big device. It's not uber heavy, but it's a big device. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's super nice. But for the price, the MLM2 Pro blows it out of the water. Do yourself a favor. Make your game better by going and getting a launch monitor. You can use your phone to watch it fly in the air or play the courses. You don't need a projector behind you. We have a projector here. I have it in my garage. We drop a impact screen. We throw a projector on it. It's awesome. You get to see everything. You feel like you're playing golf. You don't need it. You don't need it. You can look at your phone, say I have 173 in, hit your 173 yard shot into your net and watch the ball fly on your phone or your iPad or your computer or whatever you want. It's awesome. Highly recommend it. For you Northerners, you can play golf all winter long. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes to play 18 holes inside. You can do putting. You don't have to do putting. That's the kind of the cool thing. You can do auto putts and that kind of stuff. So it doesn't take you time. The putting can be hard in simulator golf. So you have free access to a driving range once you own it. You have free access. I know it's not free. You have to buy the item, but once you own it, you can play 30,000 courses. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm going on a golf trip this winter and I'm going to be playing some courses I've never played before. I'm going to jump on the simulator and play them. Then I know what to expect. Highly recommend it. Go out, get yourself an MLM2 Pro. Hell, you can even buy them used for like $400 or $500. They're awesome. It's an awesome deal. I would make sure you go out and buy one. Your game's going to get better, I promise. Better than buying a new driver, better than buying new wedges, better than buying new clubs. I guarantee your game gets better if you own and use a launch monitor. Next, let's talk about what's going on tour. That's Akshay Bhatia. Akshay Bhatia is playing an AI at the Pro Tour this past weekend. An AI dual putter. What the hell is an AI dual putter by Odyssey? Well, it's the new version of putter for 2026. Why AI dual? Well, that took some digging and a little bit of understanding from some sources I heard. Callaway / Odyssey made a dual force putter a while ago. That dual force putter had something in it called a Stronomic insert, which was super soft, and I don't understand because I feel like the white hot insert is really soft. So if this is softer than that, that's weird. So I don't know what we're going to get with that insert. One thing I will say is I believe the insert's black, which is nice. Get away from that white hot insert that's white. Yeah, if you're on tour, you can get a black white hot insert. I know that sounds weird, but you can get one and it looks a lot cooler. What else is going to be different besides that insert? I don't know. It looks like we're sticking with the black and white color scheme. You see the bottom of it's red. It says AI Dual on it. Akshay has what is called a Jailbird V2 ball version of the Jailbird, which just kind of has a half circle of a ball on the top, which is really weird. I don't get into that. That's not for me. I'd be into the regular Jailbird. But we'll see. We'll see what comes out. But it's kind of cool we're getting a 2026 glimpse this early in the year. It's club testing season, and keep your eyes peeled. You get to see a lot of cool shit out there. One thing I will say is, why is that not a micro hinge insert? There's like 3 putters by Odyssey that has a micro hinge, and the Jailbird's not one of them. And the micro hinge is like their most popular insert, and I don't understand why it's not used. It's not as soft as the white hot insert. It doesn't cost near as much as that milled insert that cost $1 gazillion from them. I don't understand why they don't put the micro hinge in some of these, and I thought that's what this was going to be until I saw the writing on the bottom that says AI Dual, and I connected the dots with the dual force, and I don't understand. We'll see though. Unfortunately, we're probably got 3 or 4 or 5 months to wait until the beginning of 2026 till we know what that is. Another thing I'd like to talk about is how horrific I've been playing golf lately. I mean, I have been bad. I have been losing strokes. Well, let's rephrase that. I haven't been bad. I'm actually playing really well. I'm at the lowest handicap I've ever had. What I'm doing bad is what I used to do good, and what I'm doing good is what I used to do bad. What do I mean by that? Well, I used to hit approach shots fantastic. That was one of the best parts of my game, and I could putt. And when you can hit approach shots and putt, you score pretty good, right? Well, the issue was I was driving the ball all over the place, and my wedge game was atrocious. So if I didn't hit it, an approach shot, or I got really close with a drive, I had trouble getting up and down. And then if I missed the green, my short game around the green was horrific. Well, everything's changed. If you look at these 4 kind of screenshots here, this is something we're going to go into a little bit later. I got a review of where I got these, but this is all about strokes gained. And this strokes gained stuff is Really, really interesting and really, really cool. It tells you, I have mine based on a 5 handicap. It tells you how you're hitting the ball or how you're scoring. It's actually not scoring. It's actually hitting the ball compared to a 5 handicap. And what it does is, like you can see here off the tee, I'm about even to a 5 handicap. I'm 0.2, 0.8. So the tee is this first one here, the one on the left. I know you can't see my cursor, but it's the one on the left. I'll try to circle it here for you on one of these. And the second one's approach game. Blue, by the way, is good. Green is not good. I don't know why green's not good. To me, that should be yellow or red, but whatever. So anything that's north of the words is good and anything south is bad. And you can see my approach game has been horrible. I'm losing 1.11 strokes per round in my last 5 rounds. Now, I just played a round the other day where these numbers were a little bit better. I actually played a pretty good round, but my approach game was still lower than I expected it to be. After that, you have wedges, which my wedge game, my average in the last 5 rounds is plus 1.33. That's unheard of for me. I'm not a great 100-yard player. I've been getting a lot better at it. Obviously, been putting some work in on it. I spent a good bit of time last winter on it, and it kind of went away once the season started. I don't know where it's kind of come back. I've done a little bit of a swing change, and hopefully that's helping that. But this is like a half shot with me with my wedges on a lot of these shots, but I'm scoring really well. Another one is around the green, that little 15-yard chip, bump and run I've not been good at. I'm plus almost a full stroke. So I'm almost gaining. And shots gain's weird. Plus is good, minus is bad. I know why golf can't be the same, but plus being good is I'm gaining shots on the field is what that's telling you. That's what plus is. I'm gaining shots on the average 5 handicap. And then putting, my bread and butter. I'm losing 2 shots a round. I've been absolutely terrible. I'm just a hammer hands out there. I have no idea what's going on. I've tried everything. I tried to switch a putter. I've tried a lot. I haven't switched grips yet. Maybe that's next. I don't have any idea, but nothing's helping me. The last round I did putt a little bit better. I think I was like close to even, but still for me, that's not great. I should be above even. And the only reason I was even is I had a lot of bad putting holes where I 2 and 3 putted balls that I shouldn't have. And I had a lot of good putts in that 10 to 12 foot range that I made. So that kind of helped me get back to even, but I'm not putting well. But this is a cool statistic. I'm going to do a future review on this where I kind of got all this data from. It's super cheap. It's super easy, and it's really helpful, as you can see. And this is information you can use to help yourself on your launch monitor. You can go out and say, okay, I need to work on my putting. Maybe not the best launch monitor thing in the world, but you're driving, or let's say your wedge game's down. You fire a pin out there at 100 yards and smoke wedge at 100 and then 90 and then 80 and then 110 and whatever, and you work on those things. Strokes gained is a really cool thing, and hopefully I can get all these numbers in a positive and I start comparing myself to a scratch golfer soon. Don't know that that'll happen. First, the MLM2 Pro, go buy one. I mean, it's a great investment. It's fun. You can get your kids out there to play with you in the garage or the backyard, or your wife, or your buddies, and it's a lot of fun, or your husband, whoever it is. It's a lot of fun. It's the best one. There's other ones out there that are cheaper that do a really good job. If you want something that gives you fantastic data, that is very, very accurate, the MLM2 Pro by Rapsodo is the one to get. The new Mizuno Pro S-1 Iron, awesome iron, but there's a new one coming out. There's some images circulating through Japan, and I may or may not have watched a Japanese translated video on YouTube the other night with the new Mizuno Pro M13, which may replace my 243s. They're pretty badass. I think we'll see them towards the beginning of the new year. Pretty cool little club, if you ask me. Next video, have some Ryder Cup predictions. Been doing a little research, been doing a little grinding, smoking the pencil. And I think I have some good things for you, some things to look out for at Bethpage, and that'll be fun. I have Club Championship coming up. First time I got to play in a Club Championship in a long time. I'll give you a little report on that, see how we're doing with the putting. It'll be interesting. The last time I played in a Club Championship, I was not playing a lot of golf at that point in time. It was a bad time of year for me. This being in the fall, I've had an opportunity to play some golf. Actually headed downstairs tonight to do some practice on my MLM2 Pro to get things dialed up for the club championship. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Trying to reach, new heights for this podcast and this YouTube channel. And the more subscribers I can get, the better. The more relationships, the more reviews, and all the things I can bring you guys. That's it. This is Matt. This is the Bogey Depot. Hit 'em straight.